So, I have to say, it has been so great to see you two again.
Lisa, I was just telling Dave the other day how much I missed you. Work and family and life seem to always get in the way of cherished friendships.
And I am super excited we all got to watch the Dallas Buyers Club. I had heard such great buzz about this movie.
Me too. And then to see all the awards that Jared Leto has been winning. I knew it was something to check out. And so much the better that you came over to watch it with us.
Yes, and Lisa, knowing that you are part of the GLBT community, I wanted to get your take on it. You must be very moved by the film.
Well, shoot. Not quite sure what to say.
Lisa, you are usually very forthcoming with your opinion on stuff. Please, Dave and I really want to hear what you think.
There actually has been a lot of controversy about this in the queer and trans communities. While liberal and straight people in Hollywood seem to just love it, many of us do not.
Wow, I am surprised to hear that. Gay people are so invisible in the media. I would think the community would be thankful for such a high-quality film and positive representation.
Yes, I admit I was very moved by the film. I thought it packed a real wallop. But I would love to hear more of your concerns.
Okay, there are quite a few, so bear with me. First off, it was hard for me to feel much love for the protagonist Ron. At the start of the film he makes so many bigoted remarks. Racist, sexist, homophobic, anti-immigrant comments. I understand that they are trying to show his transformation, but it is simply not believable. Not when he starts from there. Also, the real heroes of the AIDS health movement were not straight, white, bigoted men. They were LGBT activists who fought tooth and nail for social change and good treatments. I recommend watching We Were Here, or How to Survive a Plague, two hard-hitting documentaries that are much more realistic than this saccharine Hollywood treatment.
But Ron Woodruff was a real person. So in a lot of ways, this is a biopic. It is educating the audience about a key historical period. I think that is super important.
Dave, I think Lisa has more to say about this. Please go on, Lisa. We are all ears.
If you research the real Ron Woodruff, you will find significant differences between his real life and the film, but I understand that is often done in cinematic adaptations. But enough about Ron. I have way more of a problem with Rayon. As a transgender woman, I did not identify with this stereotype one iota. I thought the representation was absurd. You could tell the writers, actors and director did not know what the hell they were doing. In fact, Rayon supposedly started off as a drag queen. Trans women are not drag queens. Rayon was a fabricated character, pun intended, meant to serve as a foil to Ron's supposed evolution. Thus, she was there to prop up somebody else, and it showed. Not a good idea.
I understand she was a composite character, but I think she was more than a foil to Ron. It gave voice to transgender people with AIDS. There are Rayons in this world, right?
Dave, would you kindly stop mansplaining and let me listen to Lisa? This is part of the problem. No one wants to actually listen to trans women's voices.
I agree with you, Becca. And Dave, to answer your question, of course there were and are Rayons in this world. The problem is that her image is all we ever see in the media.
But you seem to be presenting her in such a negative light. I thought she was very sweet, almost angelic. Don't you think cisgender people like me will emerge more enlightened?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dave. Sweet and angelic? Isn't that how Hollywood always wants their women to be? Our humanity is more complex than that. Sounds like you need a feminism 101.
Rayon is a drug-addicted sex worker. She is obsessed with men and flirting with them left and right. She wears hyper-feminine clothing and has a very affected voice and gait. She wears garish makeup, shaves her eyebrows off, because reasons, and either has a cheap wig on or an annoying turban, even though she has her own hair. Guess it wasn't femme enough. She is misgendered many times, has insults hurled at her, has Ron say he is going to give her a sex change by shooting her genitals off. She is shown always drugged out. In short, she is a cis-het male projection of what a trans woman is. We do not exist to be someone's foils, mammies, or to add a dash of fabulousness to other people's lives.
Lisa, I am having a hard time over here. Frankly, I think you sound kinda bitter. While not perfect, clearly the director, writers and Jared Leto had the best of intentions here.
Dave, as my mom used to always say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. There is a vital difference between intent and impact. Lisa is sharing that impact on her. Okay?
Trans women are presented as prostitutes, deranged predators, dead bodies or showgirls. Media is so fucking behind the reality of trans people today. Rayon is an extension of that.
Lisa, isn't part of it that transgender actors, writers, producers and directors are not given a chance? For instance, why on earth did they not cast a trans woman for this role?
Bingo Becca, and that has been a major part of the controversy online. There are many trans actors that could have brought such a rich humanity to this role. What a lost opportunity.
But Jared Leto is an actor. Actors play all kinds of roles. Plus, his big name brought in more people to see the movie. Should straight actors not be able to play gay roles too?
Dave, you're not getting it. Trans women are tired of cis people always appropriating our lives for their own benefit, and royally fucking it up in the process. We are pushing back.
Lisa, it sounds to me like you are engaging in the politics of respectability. You don't like the traits of Rayon, so you want to erase her for your own political reasons.
Dave, if you say one more stupid thing I am going to scream. To repeat, Lisa is not saying that Rayons don't exist. She is saying that characters like her are all we ever see.
And some disclaimers here. I am not saying there is anything wrong with being a straight, very feminine presenting trans woman that likes to flirt with men or has addiction issues. And I certainly am not saying there is anything wrong with being a sex worker, as I support sex workers' human rights 100%. So no respectability politics here whatsoever, Dave.
Oh snap. Miss Lisa Girl is telling it like it is. You are schooling our Davy boy here, and he obviously needs it. I think he is as tone deaf as Jared Leto for Christ's sake.
Jeez, what is this? Time to beat up on Dave. As Lisa well knows, I support transgenders. I have long been a supporter of gay marriage. So, why slam a movie that is on our side?
First off, we are not transgenders. We are transgender people. Second, gay marriage has nothing to do with this conversation. Third, you're getting defensive, which is not helpful.
Lisa, how did Jared Leto winning all those awards and getting all that acclaim and accolades make you feel?
That's a great question, Becca. Honestly, it was like pouring salt into the wound. Here's this caricature of a trans woman that is being heralded as some big huge achievement. And then to top it off, Leto makes offensive comments at the awards show and is not open to trans women's criticism. At a screening, some trans women call him out and get called hecklers.
Are we borrowing you, Dave? After all, you know so much about this subject. I think somebody is sleeping on this couch tonight.
Oh noes. The last thing I want to do is cause trouble in paradise. But it is true that I have very strong feelings about this. It really goes way beyond just a movie. For me, it comes down to showing trans women as complex, multi-dimensional human beings. We need a radical diversification of images and an end to the tired stereotypes and cliches.
I agree with that totally. I guess I got caught up in all the hype about the film and didn't consider these other angles. What kind of images do you want to see out there?
So much. I would like to see more butch and androgynous trans women. More lesbian and queer trans women. Trans women from all races and classes. Trans women with disabilities. I would like to see trans women from every profession. Trans women in diverse relationships, and films and TV shows where trans women are actually played by trans women actors. Perhaps most of all, I would like to see images where being trans is not the central storyline. Where trans women are living their lives, having highs and lows just like everyone else.
You are so kick-ass, Lisa. I learn so much each time we get together. You really make me think about my cisgender straight privilege, and how that benefits me every day of my life.
I am struggling with this, and I will own that. I guess I had a very different reaction to the movie and feel like you are being a trans feminist buzzkill. Just kidding. Since I am a cis male, I basically have the same standpoint as the director and Leto. And they're douchey, and I don't want to be like that. Thanks for giving me so much to think about.
Sure, and thank you both for engaging. The only way forward is by having these difficult conversations. Remember to use your privilege strategically to foster change. We need allies.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but all this complex political discourse and filmic deconstruction has made me hella hungry. Are you ready to go get some delicious Italian food?
Let's go. And Dave, if you're a good boy at dinner, I may even consider returning your bedroom privileges.
And one last thing, I am so picking the movie next time, for reals though.
I'd like to use this opportunity to clear up a few things. I did not ever use any prosthetics in this film. That tiny little Brazilian bubble butt was all mine. It was a very transformative role and I had to do a lot of things to prepare. One of the things I did was wax my entire body, including my eyebrows. I'm just fortunate that it wasn't a period piece so I didn't have to do a full Brazilian. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about, and to the Rayons of the world, thanks for the inspiration.